What if your garden could keep feeding your family even when the weather gets unpredictable and the soil isn't ideal? In this video, we break down 10 resilient food plants that can handle tough conditions while still producing steady harvests. These are plants that don't give up easily. Whether you're dealing with heat, dry spells, poor soil, or limited space, these crops are known for their reliability and consistent yields. If you're serious about growing your own food, choosing hardy plants is one of the smartest moves you can make. We'll look at drought-tolerant root crops that grow underground and stay protected during extreme weather. We'll also cover perennial vegetables that come back year after year, saving you time and effort each season. Plus, we'll share cut and come-again greens that keep producing after multiple harvests, giving you more food from the same plant. These options are practical, productive, and beginner-friendly, making them great for both new gardeners and experienced growers who want dependable results. By adding these plants to your garden, you can grow more fresh food at home and reduce trips to the grocery store over time. Food security gardening isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about planting smart and building a system that works even when conditions aren't perfect. These 10 plants can help strengthen your backyard self-sufficiency and give you more control over what ends up on your table. Watch to see which ones deserve a spot in your garden this season. 10 food plants that keep producing in tough conditions and help families grow more and shop less. 1. Sweet potatoes, Ipomoea batatas. Sweet potatoes are one of the most dependable survival crops for families who want reliable, low-stress food plants that can handle tough growing conditions. This drought-tolerant root crop performs well even in poor soil, making it a smart choice for areas with limited resources or inconsistent rainfall. The plants spread quickly through vigorous, edible vines that cover the ground and help reduce weeds naturally. Underneath the soil, they develop calorie-dense tubers that can play a major role in food security gardening. Many home gardeners choose sweet potatoes because they are easy to grow, require minimal maintenance, and still produce steady, satisfying harvests year after year. What makes sweet potatoes even more valuable is that the plant gives more than just roots. The leaves are fully edible and work great as leafy greens packed with vitamins and nutrients. This means one crop can provide both a filling staple food and fresh greens for daily meals. For families interested in sustainable backyard farming, that kind of productivity matters. Sweet potato plants handle heat, irregular watering, and even compact soil better than many common vegetables, which makes them ideal for low-effort gardening and small homestead food production. Planting sweet potatoes is a practical step toward growing more food at home and cutting down on grocery bills. They are versatile in the kitchen, easy to store, and reliable through changing weather conditions. Whether you are building a backyard garden for the first time or expanding a small homestead, sweet potatoes offer a simple way to strengthen your food supply. With just a little space and basic care, families can enjoy a steady harvest from a crop that is proven, productive, and climate resilient. 2. Swiss chard, Beta vulgaris. Swiss chard stands out as a hardy leafy green that keeps producing even when the weather changes or soil quality drops. Unlike many vegetables that struggle with heat or inconsistent care, Swiss chard continues to grow strong and healthy. As a classic cut and come-again crop, it allows gardeners to harvest the outer leaves while the plant keeps pushing out new growth from the center. Its bright, colorful stems and broad, nutrient-rich leaves not only look great in the garden, but also provide a steady supply of vitamins and minerals for everyday meals. Many home gardeners appreciate how well Swiss chard handles heat, partial shade, and even short dry spells without slowing down too much. One of the biggest advantages of Swiss chard is its ability to regenerate after each harvest. Instead of pulling the entire plant, you simply trim what you need, and it keeps growing back. This makes it perfect for small space gardening, raised beds, and container gardens where every inch matters. Its deep root system allows the plant to reach moisture below the soil surface, helping it stay productive during dry periods or unpredictable climate conditions. For gardeners looking to build a more resilient vegetable garden, Swiss chard is a dependable choice that delivers consistent results with minimal effort. Adding Swiss chard to a backyard food garden is also a smart way to maintain a steady supply of fresh greens throughout the season. Because it produces continuously, families can harvest leaves week after week without constantly replanting. This reliability helps reduce trips to the grocery store and lowers spending on fresh produce. Whether you're new to gardening or looking to strengthen your existing setup, Swiss chard offers a practical, low-maintenance option that supports long-term food production while fitting easily into almost any garden plan. Three. Pigeon peas, Cajanus cajan. Pigeon peas are a powerful multi-purpose food crop that many families grow in tropical and subtropical home gardens for both resilience and nutrition. This drought-resistant legume performs well in hot climates and even in poor soil, making it a dependable choice for home growers who want steady results. One of its biggest advantages is its natural ability to fix nitrogen in the soil, which helps improve soil fertility without relying heavily on synthetic fertilizers. Families who plant pigeon peas enjoy protein-rich edible seeds, while also benefiting from a hardy shrub that can keep producing for several years with minimal care. Beyond food production, pigeon pea plants add real value to the overall garden system. Their tall, bushy growth provides light shade and wind protection for other crops, helping create a more balanced growing environment. As the plant sheds leaves and organic matter, it naturally feeds the soil and supports regenerative gardening practices. Because of their deep root systems, pigeon peas can survive dry spells better than many other crops. This makes them a practical option for growers dealing with unpredictable weather and looking for climate-smart solutions. Growing pigeon peas is not just about adding another crop to the garden. It is a practical step toward building long-term food security and stronger soil health. For homestead growers and families focused on food independence, pigeon peas offer a reliable source of plant-based protein that does not require complicated maintenance. Over time, they help improve soil structure, boost productivity, and create a more self-sustaining garden system. With the right planning, pigeon peas can become a steady and valuable part of any resilient home garden. 4. Okra, Abelmoschus esculentus. Okra is a heat-loving vegetable that truly shines in the peak of summer, especially when other crops begin to slow down. While tomatoes may struggle with extreme temperatures and leafy greens start to bolt, okra keeps growing strong. It thrives in hot, sunny conditions and handles dry spells better than many common garden vegetables. Once established, okra plants grow quickly and begin producing tender green pods that can be harvested again and again. This steady production makes okra a reliable choice for backyard gardeners who want consistent results without constant replanting. One of the best things about growing okra is how productive it becomes with regular harvesting. The more often you pick the pods, the more the plant continues to produce. This creates an extended harvest window that can last through much of the summer. For families growing food at home, that means fresh vegetables are always within reach. Okra is also known for standing up well to common garden challenges like strong sun exposure and moderate pest pressure. Its durability makes it a smart option for beginner gardeners or anyone looking to grow crops that don't require constant attention. Okra's upright growth habit makes it especially useful in smaller garden spaces. It doesn't spread out aggressively, so it fits nicely into compact vegetable beds or even mixed edible landscapes. Beyond being easy to grow, okra provides nutritious pods that can be grilled, sautéed, roasted, or added to soups and stews. By including okra in a home garden, families can enjoy a dependable low-maintenance crop that supports steady harvesting and helps reduce grocery costs throughout the growing season. #5. Jerusalem artichokes, Helianthus tuberosus. Jerusalem artichokes, also known as sunchokes, are perennial root vegetables valued for their toughness and generous underground tuber harvests. These hardy plants thrive in poor soil, handle cold winters with ease, and require very little maintenance once established. Unlike many annual vegetables that need to be replanted each year, Jerusalem artichokes come back reliably season after season. Their tall stems and bright, sunflower-like blooms also make them a practical choice for edible landscaping. Many gardeners use them to create natural privacy screens or wind barriers while still producing food, which makes them both functional and productive in a backyard setting. Once they are settled in, Jerusalem artichokes spread steadily and can deliver impressive yields with minimal effort. This makes them a strong option for long-term food security gardens and low-maintenance growing systems. The tubers develop underground in clusters and can be left in the soil until you are ready to use them. Because they store well in the ground, you do not have to harvest everything at once. This flexible harvest window supports self-sufficiency goals and reduces the need for complicated storage solutions. Gardeners who want dependable crops without constant upkeep often appreciate how consistent and forgiving this plant can be. Adding Jerusalem artichokes to a backyard garden is a practical step toward building a resilient, perennial food source. They help families grow more of their own food while reducing trips to the grocery store. With basic care, these plants can provide a steady supply of crunchy, nutritious tubers year after year. For anyone interested in sustainable gardening, long-term planning, or simply making better use of available space, Jerusalem artichokes offer a straightforward and reliable solution that fits easily into everyday home gardening routines. #6. Kale, Brassica oleracea. Kale is a cold-hardy leafy green that keeps producing even when temperatures shift, light frost rolls in, or garden conditions are less than perfect. This nutrient-dense vegetable grows well in raised beds, containers, and backyard gardens where space and consistency matter. Many home gardeners choose kale because it is dependable and low maintenance. Its thick, sturdy leaves can handle common pests, changing weather, and frequent harvesting without slowing down. Instead of fading after one big harvest, kale continues to push out fresh leaves, making it a smart option for anyone who wants reliable results from their garden. As a cut-and-come-again vegetable, kale supports year-round food gardening by providing steady harvests of vitamin-rich greens. You can pick the outer leaves as needed while the plant keeps growing from the center. This simple method gives you a continuous supply for salads, soups, smoothies, and everyday meals. Kale performs especially well in cool to moderate climates, but it can also tolerate brief cold snaps better than many other greens. Because it stays productive over a long season, gardeners can plan their beds more efficiently and enjoy ongoing harvests instead of short bursts of production. Growing kale also helps families reduce grocery store trips and maintain regular access to fresh greens at home. With just a few plants, you can harvest multiple times each week during peak season. Its adaptability makes it a strong addition to resilient garden planning and sustainable food production. Whether you are building a backyard homestead or simply adding a few containers to a patio, kale offers consistent growth, simple care, and dependable nutrition. For households focused on food security and healthy eating, kale is an easy, practical crop that supports long-term garden success. 7. Cassava, Manihot esculenta. Cassava is a drought-tolerant root crop widely grown across tropical regions because it provides a reliable source of calories when other crops struggle. During dry seasons or unpredictable weather, cassava continues to grow where many plants fail. It performs well in sandy or low-fertility soils, making it especially valuable in areas with limited farming resources. For communities facing climate challenges, cassava plays an important role in climate-resilient agriculture and subsistence gardening systems. One of its biggest advantages is flexibility. The starchy tubers can remain underground for months and be harvested when needed, essentially acting as a living food storage system that helps families manage food supplies more efficiently. In addition to its energy-rich roots, cassava also offers edible leaves when properly cooked. These leaves provide extra nutrients and expand the plant's usefulness beyond just a single harvest product. This dual-purpose quality increases overall productivity for small gardens and farms. Because cassava tolerates heat, irregular rainfall, and low input conditions, it requires less maintenance compared to many other staple crops. Farmers and home gardeners alike appreciate that it can grow with minimal fertilizer and still deliver dependable yields, making it a practical choice for food security gardening. Planting cassava is a long-term investment in household stability. Once established, the crop can remain productive in the ground and be harvested gradually, reducing pressure to purchase staple foods frequently. This supports self-sufficiency and strengthens small-scale farming resilience, especially in regions where food access can fluctuate. By adding cassava to a garden or farm plan, families create a steady backup food source that helps them grow more while shopping less, improving both economic and nutritional security over time. 8. Chives and bunching onions, Allium sp. Chives and bunching onions are reliable perennial herbs that keep producing with minimal effort, making them perfect for any kitchen garden. Once established, these easy-growing alliums come back year after year and provide repeated harvests without demanding much attention. They grow well in containers, raised beds, and along garden borders, which makes them ideal for gardeners who want compact plants with steady leaf production. Even if you only have a small patio or balcony, these herbs can thrive in pots. They tolerate partial shade, handle moderate drought, and adapt to different soil types, making them dependable choices for resilient home gardens across many climates in the U.S. One of the biggest advantages of chives and bunching onions is how quickly they regrow after being cut. You can snip what you need for a meal, and within a short time, fresh green shoots are ready again. This makes them perfect for small space gardening, where maximizing harvest frequency is key. Instead of planting crops that produce once and are done, these herbs continue to give throughout the season. Their steady growth habit supports a practical gardening approach focused on efficiency, consistency, and getting the most value out of limited space. Beyond the kitchen, chives and bunching onions also play a helpful role in the garden ecosystem. They work well as companion plants, helping deter certain pests while supporting overall biodiversity. Tucking them between vegetables or around garden beds can contribute to a healthier growing environment. By adding these productive herbs to a backyard food garden, families can enjoy fresh, homegrown ingredients year-round while cutting back on store-bought produce. Simple to grow and easy to maintain, they offer a smart, sustainable way to keep flavorful ingredients always within reach. 9. Amaranth, Amaranthus sp. Amaranth is a versatile ancient crop that performs exceptionally well in hot weather, poor soil, and dry conditions where many common vegetables fail. Unlike more delicate greens, Amaranth keeps growing through heat waves and limited rainfall, making it a reliable option for home gardeners facing unpredictable seasons. This dual-purpose plant offers both edible leaves, similar in taste and texture to spinach, and small, nutrient-dense seeds, often described as climate-resilient grains. Because of its ability to adapt to tough environments, Amaranth has become increasingly popular in sustainable agriculture systems focused on long-term food security and low-input growing methods. One of the reasons gardeners appreciate Amaranth is its fast growth and low maintenance needs. It germinates quickly, establishes strong roots, and requires minimal attention once established. The upright growth habit makes it easy to manage in raised beds or backyard plots, while its bold green, red, or purple foliage adds visual interest. Many people incorporate Amaranth into edible landscaping, where plants serve both decorative and practical purposes. Instead of separating ornamental plants from food crops, Amaranth allows growers to combine beauty and productivity in the same space without sacrificing yield. Amaranth's tolerance to drought and high temperatures makes it especially valuable during challenging growing seasons. When other vegetables slow down or bolt under heat stress, Amaranth continues producing leaves and eventually seeds. This consistency helps families maintain harvests even during extreme weather patterns. By growing Amaranth at home, households can diversify their food sources, improve nutritional intake, and reduce dependence on store-bought staples. Over time, adding resilient crops like Amaranth supports stronger backyard food systems and encourages practical, long-term strategies for greater food independence. Asparagus, Asparagus officinalis. Asparagus is a perennial vegetable crop valued for its long lifespan and dependable spring harvests once it is well established in the garden. Unlike many annual vegetables that must be replanted every year, asparagus keeps producing for a decade or more with proper care. This hardy plant handles cold winters, moderate drought, and a range of soil conditions, making it a practical choice for many home gardens across the United States. After the first few years, families can count on a steady supply of fresh spears each spring without starting from scratch. For gardeners interested in building a reliable perennial food system, asparagus is a smart addition that provides consistent seasonal rewards and strengthens long-term garden planning. Although asparagus requires patience in the beginning, the payoff is worth it. During the first couple of years, the focus is on allowing the plants to establish strong crowns and roots rather than harvesting heavily. Once mature, however, asparagus produces tender, flavorful spears each season with relatively little maintenance. Basic tasks such as weeding, mulching, and occasional fertilizing are usually enough to keep the bed productive. This makes asparagus a great example of low-effort, sustainable gardening. After the establishment period, it becomes one of the easiest crops to manage, freeing up time and energy for other parts of the garden. One of the key reasons asparagus performs so well over time is its deep root system. These roots reach below the soil surface to access stored moisture and nutrients, which increases the plant's resilience during dry spells. As a result, mature asparagus beds are more stable and productive even in less than ideal weather conditions. By planting asparagus, families are making a long-term investment in their food supply. A well-maintained bed can provide fresh vegetables every spring, support greater self-sufficiency, and help reduce recurring grocery costs year after year. Conclusion: growing resilient food plants is one of the simplest ways to build a more reliable home food system while saving money on groceries. By choosing hardy vegetables, perennial crops, and climate-adaptable plants, families can enjoy continuous harvests even during challenging seasons and unpredictable weather. Start with just a few of these productive crops, and you may discover that your garden can become a powerful step toward long-term food independence and everyday abundance.